I like playing with Jhin. Very easy to gank, like one of the best setups any ADCs have, to be honest. You can just W somewhere on the lane, and if they're slowed, the W of Jhin will root them already, right? So you have a lot of range to CC them. By the way, I love Sandstorm Ekko. I don't know why I underrated the skin for so long. I actually haven't played it for the last few seasons at all, but it's just so clean. And it's actually probably Ekko's best skin, unironically. Just clarity-wise, it's actually the best skin, I'm convinced. Okay, let's run some people down with this blue Smite. Just look at this W, it's so clean. Bot lane is kind of hard to gank. Maybe I can get something mid. Man, the sounds are just so satisfying. This game's over. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Not as over now. I thought I would get both there, honestly. Maybe I should have helped him push even. Probably my bad, I guess. I think it's definitely worth using flash to get kills early, by the way. Like, oftentimes when I'm playing bad, I'm way too greedy with that. I should have helped him push. It's my bad, honestly. He had to overstay. Yeah, DCS TP, I guess it's fine. Yeah, like, it is worth getting kills, you know? It just is worth, because it allows you to snowball, and usually in the early game you don't really need it defensively anyways. I think they're too healthy, honestly. We shouldn't have this. Rakan is too tanky. Let's have a good base, so... My top side is coming up again. There's no reason to go for stupid plays here. Yeah, I feel like with Flash you should have the mindset of... It has a 5-minute cooldown, so you should also try to use it as often as possible, right? And if you get a kill for it, that's definitely worth. In the late game you should obviously hold it, like maybe... Like as a guideline, after minute 20 you should not use it every time to get a kill, because not dying is worth more there, but in the early game, just to get a good start... What the fuck is this guy doing? In the early it's so worth just to get kills. No, why is he chasing him away? Who's that? This guy is so clueless, man. Yeah, like, I see a lot of people, or at least myself, I see myself being too greedy with it sometimes, so... Definitely something to think about. Is he gonna gank mid in a second? This is so free. Bait them. Bait! Just walk there, man. I don't know why lower lip players, they always flash away when Ekko E cooldown is like 5 seconds. They actually think they're getting away. Man, this mid lane is just too free to gank at the moment, I don't know. This Jarvan is just forcing stupid gank after stupid gank. His 3 deaths at 6 minutes. That's honestly hilarious. This is like low diamond, high platinum. I don't have flash, sadly. Yeah, I don't think I will get anything here. Might even die. I like Viego. I think he's very fun. And he also kind of teaches you how to play other champs, because you play other champs when playing Viego as well, you know? Nah, Ekko is not that bad into CC. I mean, he's obviously better against low CC comps, but he's not as bad as he used to be. Oh, nice. Balancer lift. Yeah, his team's not happy about his performance. I don't know, I've just been matching all his gangs. Yeah, I can definitely recommend Viego. Very fun champ, also got buff. So, but build him damage, like build Kraken Slayer. Yeah, you have way more agency with that. You go for Divine Sunray, you're so reliant on your team, in my opinion at least. Like, especially in low reels, you can just take over. Mid is just perma fighting. The thing is, like, you just need to get ahead with Ekko, then it's you don't care who you play against, honestly. Oh, bot is so free here. It's not even warded. Like, this is a point where usually I would have ran into my jungle and not taken the Drake, but I realized that taking Drake's just so important. They buffed them at some point last season, like, really quite a lot, so they're actually super impactful. And I think that's why I lost a lot of games, even though when I got ahead early. So I really started taking them. Yeah, of course, right? Like in this elo and this build especially, I think it works best if you're obviously very comfortable with your mechanics, but I mean, you will get better, right? And especially if you play like this and you play a playstyle like this, it will improve you much faster than if you're not playing like this. Especially one thing I saw in your item builds on your OPGG, you buy Zhonya's. I think I would just recommend you to completely stop doing that in 99% of your games. I think the only times I buy Zhonya's is against champs like Rengar or Kayn, and even then only as like a 4th, 5th item option. Yeah, Electrocute feels so good. What the fuck is this guy doing? Is he Luna or something? Listen to it, bro. See, I'm just running them down. What are they gonna do? And especially these low elo players, they just don't respect. They just don't feel like. They don't know that I can just run them down like this. This playstyle just works so well. I feel like I'm too low. I mean, it's Kaysanta, but let's see. Let's find out. I mean, I have ult, so I shouldn't die. And I need that stack. Scary as always. Yeah, Zhonya's just has too low damage, you know? And also, I think you should just get used to playing Ekko as a glass cannon. He has enough... Like, his W and R are more than enough defensive spells to make him very easy to survive with him. He usually doesn't need Zhonya's. I mean, it's not a bad item per se, but I think it forms a bad mindset and a bad playstyle, in my opinion. And it will just make you a much better player if you learn to play without it. Yeah, McQ didn't come out. That was a bit awkward by me. I guess I will still go for Magus because the enemies are just so bad. Oh yeah, this guy's just dead. He's legit running it. I think, yeah, like, it takes away so much carry potential to go for Zhonya's as in your core build. You need the Ravenous third usually, and Zhonya's second is definitely not an option, because then you're severely lacking damage. Oh my god, he got cladded. You will see when the blue smite hits, enemies are not allowed to be anywhere near on my screen. It's so nice. I love playing with it. It's just so fun. Oh wow. My ult didn't hit there. Wait, did the Shelly kill him? Or what? I think it's also very important to just take the tower here. Gonna give the enemies even less space to play on the map safely against me. Especially the mid tower really opens up the map a lot, so always take it if you can. And of course the gold is also super nice. Yeah, I also use Green Smite, but honestly I think Blue Smite is gonna be my baseline best smite for now. I just love using it so much. It's just so much fun. And it's the only smite, I've never really thought about it this way, but it's the only smite that actively increases your clear speed, you know? Because all the other smites, they don't give you anything. Fuck. You're not smite. And I didn't have passive proc up. Whoops. Yeah, it's the only smite that will increase your clear speed because it gives you movement speed, so you run to your camps faster, you know. And other smites, they just don't do that. Red smite only gives you damage against champions, and green smite doesn't give you any damage at all. And that means basically you can jungle more, right? And that's what Ekko essentially wants to do. He wants to jungle because that's what's gonna make his gameplay the most consistent. But he's just, in the current meta, he's not really allowed to jungle so much. But with this, he is allowed to jungle more, you know? I think at this point I should probably even really kind of stop jungling and just look for kills constantly, because I'm that fat. So that's what I'm gonna do. I guess Soraka didn't trust me that I would manage to ult. See, this is so unfair for them. What are they gonna do? I'm just running around them and they can't even touch me, you know? That's how you... This is where Ekko shines. It's just when enemies can't even touch you because you're constantly out of range with them. And this is what this movement speed playstyle with Lichbane also really enables. And that's why I love so much about it. Just so much fun. You know, like, this Smite feels like it has by far the most impact. I don't really feel the extra damage from Red Smite in my opinion. And Green Smite, well, yeah, you can sometimes feel Green Smite, but it's defensive, so it's cringe. Well, it's not cringe, but it's obviously just less fun, right? More damage or movement speed is just more fun. And you just, I don't know, I just play with zero respect, and also see how high I am on... how ahead I am on this Draven. That's the biggest thing. With this build, when you're this ahead, then with this build, you really make sure that the enemies, they will completely be out of game, right? With the other kind of builds, you're kind of just scaling and try to outscale the enemies, but with this build, you completely make sure that the enemies don't even get into the game. Yeah, Ekko is super unfair if he's fed. That's why, I don't know, with this build I've had such an easy time getting fed. I don't know, just forcing plays over and over again and running around the map.